Howdy folks, it's Diecast Buffet here again. It's time for race 19 out of 36, the Tropicana 400 at Chicagoland Speedway. After an absolutely terrible race at Atlanta Motor Speedway, which we finished, what, like 20th or 19th? Yeah, 19th. Absolutely, our 1.5 mile program is just garbage, just straight up garbage. But never fear, it is always time for another race, and let's check the standings. So, we do lose a little bit of ground to Kurt Busch. We had about a 50-point buffer. Now we're only 29 points to the good. We're still in 10th in points, which is really good. I like being in the top 10. Rusty Wallace loses a spot to 6th, but Jeff Gordon, how in the world? So apparently Jeff Gordon goes out there and has a max points day, and he's 12th points behind Sterling Marlin. So I'm guessing Marlin gained a lot of points somehow, somewhere down the line. Martin, Mr. Consistency, still hanging in there at 4th. Oh, actually, let's go look at the schedule. So, next race would be at Pocono. We got the Brickyard 400, and then Watkins Glen after that. It's, well, it's the Pepsi 400 again, but it's at Michigan. So, that's our next few racetracks, but we got Chicagoland Speedway. And our car that we'll be racing is just our normal Sitco Ford. Let's head on up to Illinois. Alright folks, so we qualified on pole for the Tropicana 400. It sure is funny how I was saying that our 1.5 mile program is absolutely terrible. And I was looking at the setup thing and I found something that worked. And believe it or not, the setup was like, most of it was actually designed by me. I think all of it was. This one, I was looking at it and I started tweaking things to get the car, get some more speed out of it. And I think I might have finally found what has been wrong with our cars. So, I think we finally found the speed we need. Let's sit down the pre-race ceremonies.
The Nascar Winston Cup Series comes to Illinois this week for today's race, the Tropicana 400 at the Chicagoland Speedway. This is still a new track for these teams. Tell us about it, Barney.
This speedway is a 1.5 mile flyover with a wide racing surface and decent banking. That will keep the speeds up and the action very exciting.
The Sitco Ford has got to be happy about qualifying so well this week.
Man, let me tell you, I got to watch him make this qualifying run, and he was a very happy man when he got out of that car. Maybe this will turn this string of bad starts around.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. has an average finish in the top 10 at the Speedway so far.
Yeah, he really turns it up a notch when we come to this type of track. And these speedways can be very tricky to get the hang of. He seems to know them all like the back of his hand.
Engines are fired. Once again, it's the Sitco Ford P1 qualifying. So, I think we found the speed that we have been lacking. I did a little bit of, work in the setup department, and I figured out a good way to how to get a lot of speed out of the race car, and I think we might have finally cracked the nut that we could not crack. Let's get it underway. Here we go. The Tropicana 400 live from Chicagoland Speedway. It's going to Sitco Ford alongside the Budweiser Monte Carlo. Green flag in there. It's a 26-lap race. Let's hope we can come away with a good one today. We're down in points, but man, look at Junior. Kyle Petty is sound off. Here's the 63 car coming out of the woodwork. Man. Whew. Go out there and just try to have a good race. It's all we can do. It's all we can do. So Dale Jr. is going to lead lap 1 here in Chicago. Yeah, a very fast car though. That's something that's going to be really beneficial. Is we actually have speed today. We actually have a car that has speed. For once, we are actually competitive at a 1.5 mile racetrack, folks. For once in my life, we are. We are gaining on the lead. Absolutely gaining on the lead. So this is, so far, this is our best 1.5 mile run of the season. Folks. I remember going to Las Vegas and the absolute disaster that race was. And then go to the Texas Motor Speedway, and I never fought so hard for 14th in my life. We go to the Coke 600 and just absolutely should have just parked the car. It would have been a whole lot easier and a whole lot easier to watch. Car just got mad loose there, mad loose. And then we went to what was it? Oh yeah, Atlanta, and then we just absolutely just had no speed at all, average, just straight up average. And we finished 19th. And the only reason we stayed in the top 20 is because we blocked everybody we could. But here we go to Chicago the next following week, which I was dreading, and sure enough, we have winning speed. We could win this race. I should get around Dale Jr. in the Budweiser Chevrolet. Ooh, car got really loose there. Maybe a little bit of scratch there on the back end of the 88, or not the 88, the 8 car. Man, this is way back when. Here we go, going for the lead here. Tropicana 400, trying to get our 6th win of the season. There we go, we're around him for the lead. Now we can try to get a max points there. That's what I want to do, is get max points. So looking back at all of our race wins, so we won Martinsville, we won Richmond, we won Talladega, we won Michigan, and we won Daytona. So we have 5 wins this season. 2 restrictor plate tracks, 2 short tracks, and a a speedway? I don't consider it super speedway, but maybe it's considered. I don't know. We just pretty much say it's just a really big track. But yeah, we have 5 wins this season. This race is feeling a whole lot like the Dover race, where we qualified first, and we just go out there and we're having a good race, but can we hold on to this race, you know? I don't know. It's kind of feeling like the Michigan and Dover race, except the Michigan race, we actually won the thing. There's no guarantees that we can win this one. And it's just a one-off event here in Chicago. We don't go back here, but I'll tell you one thing. We've learned a lot about our race car here, though. A lot about our race car. I've learned that how we can get extra speed out of the race cars and why our cars have been so slow. I think I finally cracked the nut. And it might be the perfect timing for it, as we still have to run Texas, Atlanta, Charlotte, and Las Vegas. So we still have 4 more 1.5 mile racetracks, and we're going to need to have a really, really good finish there. So this is a huge opportunity for everyone on the Sitco team to come out here and have a good finish. And got a car down the apron. Oh my goodness, it's Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon just blew an engine after winning last week in Atlanta Motor Speedway, having a max point stage. Sterling Marlin is grinning like a Chester cat behind the wheel of his Coors Light Dodge. So that's huge news. I think everybody in the garage except for Hendrick is happy, because now they have an opportunity to gain a crap load of points, and with us out here having a great race, we can possibly gain a huge amount on Jeff Gordon, as he's going to come away with nothing. So we need to go out here and we need to capitalize and seal the deal. Now, as far as our race strategy, pit stop should be coming up any moment around lap 12. Sometimes these cats have to pit a little early, but I'm thinking pitting a lap 13 and 14. We're still pulling away from Dale Hart Jr. in second, so our car has not given up on tires yet. Boy, it's given up a little bit, but for the most part, it still has a lot of straight line speed, which is carrying our car through around this racetrack. Cars are hitting pit road, as I was mentioning, but our car is still fast. We're not losing really any speed right now, so if we're gaining on second place right now, I say we stay out a little bit. These guys kind of a lap down, maybe. I don't know. We'll pit probably the next lap. I think we're gonna pit. Cause I like pitting at the halfway point, because it's kind of, even toe, and it guarantees that we're gonna be good on fuel. So we'll pit this time around. Go ahead and pit. Get some 4 fresh tires. 2 cans of 76 racing fuel. Come on. All right. absolutely perfect getting on pit road. We're like, what, 67, 66 on pit road. No damage, 4 fresh tires. Yeah. Looks good. So the car is running really fast. I don't see any overheating issues or anything like that. And Jeff Gordon's got a DNF. It means we need to have a flawless pit stop so we can get the Sitco Ford back out there and try to get this W. Come on, come on, come on, come on, team. We need this. Let's go for win number 6 for Roush and all the Roush-keteers. Martin, Biffle, Bush, Kenseth. We're all Roush-keteers. 15.3, solid pit stop. Now we can go out there and try to get our lead back. Now, the most laps led is still not been decided. I think Junior led 3 to 4 laps, and we led, what, maybe 8 laps. So, the points for that has not been decided. So if someone else gets, if Junior gets the lead again and starts really pulling away, then he could end up getting the most laps led. I don't know where the battle for position really starts. Let's check. So it's Junior, Petty, Wallace, Rudd, and Spencer. Spencer's right ahead of us. So I do believe... Wait, no, that's for the top 5. So these guys must have not pitted yet. But man, look at that speed, though. There's Mark on the apron. Come on, we just won a top 10, man. We need a good finish today in Chicago. I just hope and pray to the NASCAR gods that there is no caution. The car got super loose entering 3 and 4. I hope there's no caution and that we can let this race play out. That's what I really hope for, because Jeff Gordon's in a hole right now. We need to just throw the dirt on him, man. We really need to capitalize on points. This is the opportunity we've been waiting for to gain a lot of points on somebody. Now, it might not be Sterling Marlin, but it's Jeff Gordon. That's one of the top cats. He was, what, 12 points out, so you can go ahead and throw a blanket over him. He's pretty much the points leader. So if we can go ahead and do this, it pretty much nullifies his race last weekend, winning it and getting max points. You know, we finished 19th. He's going to finish a DNF today. So that means we gain time on him, or points on him. And I just hope we can get around and get the lead again. We just got to have a fast lap to catch back up to him within... You know, we still have, like, 10 laps to go, just about. If we can just get around here within a manageable distance, we'll have the lead again. I'm trying everything I can to get around in time, and it looks like we will get the lead again. Boom. So we are the leader in the Tropicana 400 here, Chicagoland Speedway. We do have the lead. It's lap 17 out of 26. And we are in prime position to get the most laps led. So if we do win this race, it should be a max points day. But a caution could change everything, as our car is really slow on restart. So we just need to have a green flag run to the end. Smooth sailing for the Sitco team. Try to get back-to-back. Actually, no, not back-to-back, but 2 out of 3 race wins. That's a really stretch. But this is really exciting news for the team, as I think we finally figured out our 1.5 mile program failure. Finally figured it out, and we now learned how our cars are going to be a lot faster in the future. I learned a trick, I guess you could say. And what's funny is that I use setups to try to get my cars a little bit faster. You know, some people who've already, who put time into this game to make their cars. Well, this setup I did was completely opposite of what these guys are doing. So I don't know. Of course, I think those setups are used without assists, because they're trying to get qualifying laps and just hot laps, stuff like that. But me using stability assist, because I literally cannot race without it, unfortunately. It's just super difficult against legendary AI, where you have to push yourself constantly. You can't have a mulligan. But I'm able to use that to my advantage. I'm gonna check and see who is in second place. It's Mark Martin. Wow. And let me tell you, he actually did come off pit road way back there. So he has ran me down. So this race is not decided, folks. I can hear him coming. Like, his car is fast, so we got to go out there and we just got to earn it. We have to push this car as fast as we can, because he's coming quick. I can hear him back there, man. He's trying to put pressure on me, and it's working a little bit. It's working a little bit. We're trying to run our race. That's all we can do is just run our race. Heat up them tires, whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes, we have to just pull away. If we can get it to 2 laps with this distance, I think we're safe. But right now, there's plenty of laps left for him to catch us. And I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Because if he got around, I remember passing him when he was on the apron. It was Martin. So he's gained some spots. He's got a really fast car. That's just consistency for you. He's been really fast all year long. I forget how many top 10s this guy has had. I mean, good God, he's been consistent. Lap 23 here in Chicagoland. Yes, so we have just achieved and locked in the most points, or most bonus points you can get. 10 extra bonus points. So we led the most laps today, which is absolutely amazing. We should be getting the lap champion award, I think, this season. We've led so many laps, which is great. Comparing to where we started off the first 2, or the second and third race at Rockingham and Las Vegas, it was absolutely awful. Lap 24 out of 26, Martin is closing in, but he's got enough to get me. Looks like it's going to be a Roush win here, but who? It's going to be the 99 Sitco or be the number 6 Pfizer Ford? Which Roush Couture will be going to victory lane with those big old oranges, the Tropicana 400. Got really loose there. Here comes Martin. I am determined to win this race, man. Martin is gaining on me, bro. He is gaining on me. And that goes back to my analogy from Phoenix, where the second half of the race, the AI is faster. My car was so good in the first half, pitted, came off pit road, and I just could not gain on him. And it's actually a realistic thing, though, because it challenges you to keep improving and adjusting your car. Because it makes it seem like if the AI is faster in the second half or after a pit stop, that means they have adjusted on the car to make their car faster. It's the white flag here. Down the back straightaway. Nothing sure about this back straightaway, by the way. It's actually a curved arc. Through 3 and 4. Martin is not going to catch us. Unless it's going to be win number 6 of the year for the Sitco Ford team. Going to victory lane in the Tropicana 400. Jeff Burton wins today in Illinois. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Ricky Rudd gets 3rd, man. Junior gets 4th, but it ain't going to matter. So let's go give the fans... Give them something to cheer about, man. Absolutely awesome. We got ourselves our 6th win of the season. We needed this win. We really did. We really needed this win. We really needed it. I don't know where this is going to put us in points, but this is going to help our season tremendously. And what's cool about it is that we did this whole race without any damage. One of the few times I have ever raced on this game with no damage. Car is flawless, pretty much. Actually, maybe not. Maybe that might be a slight scratch on the right side. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Man. That was an awesome race.
As much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. We'll see you next week at Pocono.
Pocono. It's coming up next, and we know how that one ended. Tony Stewart taking us out. Had an opportunity to win there. We're going to go get him back. We're going to go win that race. We're going to go win that race. That's what we're going to try to do. We're running the Sitco team. We're just going to go out there and just try to win it, you know. Let's go to victory lane. Man, what an awesome win for the team. Win number 6 of the season. We're trying so hard to get in this points battle, and we're certainly not going quiet. Absolutely the last moment, last racetrack I expect to win at. I mean, if you'd asked me in the heat of the moment at Atlanta Motor Speedway, which I did say that I am dreading going to this racetrack because it's almost the same thing as Atlanta in terms of the length, and 1.5 miles. Go out there and we win. That's night and day. I think we are a threat for the championship. I really do. It's our 6th win of the season. I think we can do it. I really think we can. We got some good tracks coming up, guys. We got some good tracks coming up. Man, Mark Martin was putting some pressure on, though. I'll tell you that. Mark Martin was coming. And if he would have had 5 more laps, he would have been there. I really do. I feel like he would have had a shot to get around us because our tires were shot as well. Let's look at the points we got from this race. So we max points day for the number 99. And Mark Martin, he got there and led a lap as well. So absolutely best case scenario. Actually, no, he did lead a lap. What? Oh, he just got one. Wait. Interesting. So I got 10 extra bonus. Wait, this don't make any sense. Okay, so he gets 170 points for finishing second. I lead the most laps of the day, and I only get 175. That doesn't make sense to me. His points should be, he should have got 165 then. I don't know. I have no clue. So my guess is that if you get second and you get 10 points, I guess you get, I have no clue. That might be a glitch in the game. Anywho, though, we won at Chicago. Absolutely amazing for the team. We needed this badly, and we're continuing our journey trying to win this championship. We've won Martinsville, Richmond, Talladega, Michigan, Daytona in July, and now Chicago. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. If you want to see more content, make sure to subscribe to Diecast Buffet. We're a small growing YouTube channel. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy this video. Please follow me on Instagram as well if you want to see more behind the scenes content when I do custom diecast builds and all that cool stuff, upcoming YouTube videos. Anyway, I hope you have a great one. Thank y'all so much again for watching. Diecast Buffet. Sign